like, comment, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Trucking with David H. Trucking with David H on Facebook. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You got Trucking with Billy Boy right here. Billy's going home to get a haircut tomorrow. He's getting a haircut tomorrow. Next time you see Billy, he's going to be Billy the butcher dog. Yeah, you're going to be Billy. He's so cold. He's so cold. It's so cold in here with that air conditioner working. It's nice. Let's see if we can get some people who want to talk. We'll discuss this a little bit. What's up, flatbed trucker? How you doing, man? How you doing? I'm sitting at my receiver. This is the receiver before I go home. I'm going home as soon as I deliver. Had a 10 o'clock appointment. Got here at 9 o'clock, and they said, oh, your appointment's at 11 o'clock. So we're waiting until 11 o'clock to deliver. It's like, all right, well, it's 11 o'clock, it's 11 o'clock. What do you want me to do? Cry over an hour? I mean, I ain't gonna. Walter says, nope, never. You work there, Walter? Let me hear what you got to say. What's your story? What's up, Mr. Jordan? How you doing, man? How you doing? How you doing? What do you think, Joe? You think Landstar I should look again at them? I kind of looked at somebody was posting up some stuff on their load board, and their rates are definitely better than JB Hunt's, which make no sense. You'd think of, they'd be the same. But they're not. There's definitely plenty of $2 a mile loads and over after their cut that I was seeing on this guy's load board. Yeah. Flatbed trucker says yes. Okay. I'm just wondering, they have a seminar you can go and sign up for and get a look at their load board, but of course that's going to probably just show you how it works and everything. Peyton List or Mary Mauser? Huh? Freightliner driver says, let's do it. That's right, Freightliner. You were talking about going over there. It's funny. I started looking at them again. One of the reasons I really got discouraged with them is I was watching this one guy, and he was showing load board money, and it was $1.50, $1.25, $1.70. It was like horrible. And this was before they took their cut. And I'm like, nah, F that. I ain't running that cheap. No $1.25 a mile. And then when I started looking at them again, because, it's like I was bored and whatnot, I didn't realize, or I didn't pay attention or think nothing of it, but the guy that was looking at the load board, he was looking at the load board in Colorado and in Utah. Two of the worst freight markets there are. I mean, you might as well be looking at freight coming out of Florida. So I decided, well, let me find somebody that's doing some rates somewhere else. And I found this guy that was showing the load board for Texas and Michigan, and the rates weren't that bad. As a matter of fact, unlike the JB Hunt guy, when the JB Hunt guy was showing the rates going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, horrible, 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 I wouldn't do it. This guy was like, that's not bad, this ain't bad. And when I would run the numbers on it, yeah, they weren't bad. One was a couple dollars a mile, one was $2.25 a mile, so on and so forth. Landstar is a good company, but you got to learn how to work their system to get the best benefit. Exactly, Joe. Yep, that's a given. You'll need to get your hazmat. That's not a problem. I already looked into getting a hazmat. When I talked to her, she says you don't actually have to have your hazmat. You just have to have the process started to where you've submitted your fingerprints. But getting a hazmat's not that big of a deal. There's a place 50 miles from me where I can go get fingerprinted. I was thinking about getting my hazmat anyways just to have it, just like I was thinking about getting a passport to have just in case. What if there is that load going over the border that pays really well that you might want to do? I can hook you up with a Landstar agent out of Dallas. What do you mean out of Dallas? Oh, out of Dallas is probably what you meant. Yeah, that would be good. That'd be good. Get your TWIC card too. I'm going to have to apply for a new birth certificate to get my TWIC card. That's why I don't have a TWIC card. I can't remember what it was, but there's something on my birth certificate that TWIC wouldn't, when I was going to get it with Prime was like, no, this ain't going to fly. I can't remember if it's creased or if there was not a signature somewhere that was supposed to be. There was something with my birth certificate that was causing me not to be able to get a TWIC card. Hopefully that won't cause me to get a hazmat. Matter of fact, maybe I'll have Melissa apply for a new, or I think she did. I think I do have a new birth certificate. What's up, Cody? How you doing, man? Hey, babe. Do I have a good birth certificate so I can get a hazmat and a TWIC card and all that? Or do I still have the one that's got the thing wrong with it? And if I got the one with the thing wrong with it, can you apply for a new one? A new birth certificate? Since today's your day off? Joe says, okay, let me correct what I just wrote. I know a Landstar agent out of Dallas I can hook you up with. Yeah, I got the gist of it, Joe. You're on the last hour of your drive. Okay. I just started driving. I was 7 miles up the road. I stayed at the Kilgore TA last night, 7 miles from here. Now I'm heading home once I deliver this. I'm going home. I'll look, but right now I'm busy. It had to do with the typeface on one freaking letter. Yeah, can you believe that? There was a letter that was printed wrong or bad or whatever. But yeah, you're right. I should get a TWIC card and obviously the hazmat. I've needed my TWIC card with this company a few times, but I don't have it, so they're just like, well, we can't do that load then. Cody says, I'm going to get my TWIC card and hazmat because here in California, where I'm at, you can get 34 to 38 an hour fuel delivery. Yeah, fuel delivery. I don't know if I want to do fuel delivery, though. For the most part, I guess it would be okay. But I know there's a couple of fuel stations where I used to get fuel out when I lived in California that the fuel trucks used to come into. And they were such a tight... The guy would have to sit and wait forever for cars to move because he needed to get into the pump area. And then once he would get in there, cars would block them all in. It just seemed like something that I would probably strangle people over. You know, it just irritated. But I'm thinking if I can make at least $2 a mile out of Landstar, it might be worth it. It might be worth it. Obviously, you don't have to pay for trailers over there or anything. You know, that's one of the things I'm trying to get away with is this trailer bullshit. That's true, Cody. If you're getting paid by the hour, who cares if they lock you in? Although, you still want to go home at some point. Peyton says, speaking of Landstar, Johnson Logic just uploaded a video. He has been tour concert with Landstar agent, but the thing is, like you said, have to be out 2 to 3 months. Yeah, I'm not interested in all that tour bullshit. I wouldn't mind doing some convention center stuff like I did the other day. It was a Landstar load. But obviously, that's the guy that was here that was told 11 o'clock, so they're taking him in, so maybe I'll be next. The convention center, I mean, it was kind of screwy being downtown Atlanta in a semi, but, it was all right. Tim says no. So we've got a couple yeses and one no. That's it, just no. No, Tim, I need explanation. I don't need just a no. I mean, you can't just say no. Have you done Landstar, Tim? No, yes, maybe. There's a lot of loads. Landstar does a lot of loads in Texas, out of Laredo and whatnot. I wonder if any of those loads would make sense to be able to deadhead to Laredo to pick up a load from the house. If they paid good enough to do that, or would you have to find a load to get down there? And if there's a lot, if they have a lot of loads going to Laredo. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, they just got their bills, so they must be done. Once this got down, he's backing in right there. I hope they call me for a door because I want to go home. I had a few friends that did. It's better to have your own trailer. Well, yeah, you get a couple percent better, but I don't want a trailer. It goes from 65 to like 68% if you got a trailer, but I don't want a trailer. Tristan White says, I'm curious what onboarding process is with Landstar. I currently got my truck on smaller company with contract freight going out, backhauls, going out, but backhauls are bad. The onboarding process with Landstar takes forever. It's a 30-day process. And you have to do, well, you do and you don't. They have direct freight, which is, you don't have to deal with brokers. And when I was at that convention with the guy at Landstar I was talking to, he was showing me different, like we looked at Texas with direct freight. He says he only does direct freight because he doesn't want to deal with brokers, and he says he does all right. But his thing is he couldn't give me any real numbers because his wife has been really sick for a long time, and he goes home a lot to take her to doctor's appointments and stuff. He was an older gentleman. Flatbed Trucker says, do what you think is best for you. Well, yeah, sometimes what I hope to accomplish from videos like this is you might get somebody that goes, hey, you know what, I've been working there for 20 years. Let me give you a phone call. Let me show you what I'm doing. Let me give you some idea of what, the normal ins and out of Landstar are. Take a 2-week leave from your current spot and check it out. You can't, you really can't do that because number one, you got license plates. I can't take my plates from this company and go to Landstar with them. You've got IFTA stickers for that company. You can't just you can't just go, let me go run for this company for a while and see what happens. That would be nice though, Cody, if you could. Peyton Thorne says, whatever you decide, David, I'm still supporting you. I'm always happy for you. I'm no hater. Well, thank you, Peyton. I actually believe you when you say that. I was watching Snarl this morning on YouTube, and he went over the freight statistics. They're not that great right now. Well, they haven't been great in forever. I can't tell you when freight's been great. Snore Lord. Well, how long is Snore Lord? Is Snore Lord? What a name! I just can hardly say that with a straight face. What the fuck? Now, is that dude with Landstar? Is he talking about Landstar currently, or is he talking about past? Come on, call me, people. Call me. Let's go. I want to go home. I want to go home. What time is it? 10 o'clock? Damn, I got a whole other hour. Jeez Louise. Hey, Joe, can you believe I gave my numbers out yesterday on a video, on a live for last week, or this last week? I had a panic attack afterwards and deleted the video. With Like Trucking, owned by Jeff Like. Okay, so is this a Landstar company or what? You'll never know unless you go and find out yourself. M&M Outdoors. M&M Outdoors. You're right. I mean, fucking, you're right. Because really, can you really count on what somebody says? Not that they're necessarily lying, but you may run a different way than they run. You may run a different area than they run. You may not want to work as hard as them. You may want to work harder than them. So you're right. That's like JB Hunt. I could make at JB Hunt what I make here, but I'm going to have to work a lot harder to do it. And I'm already working hard enough here. He was a driver, now just dispatches. The numbers are right on this thing, right there. I broke down, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loads. And I didn't do this for your guys' benefit. I was keeping track of what I run. I've been keeping track of what I actually do here. Deadhead, everything, so I can compare it to what I can decipher about. I was comparing it to JB Hunt. Now I'm going to be comparing it to Landstar. But I'm going home for a couple of days, so I won't be able to do this week's because I'm on my new. What is today? Today's Monday, right? Or today's Tuesday. What is today? Today's Wednesday. Holy schmoly. Okay, so I'm on a new week, and I was down for Tuesday getting the truck fixed, or the APU fixed. Guys, my air conditioner in here blows ice fucking cold air. My ice chest is frozen right now because it's blowing ice cold air on it. I slept like a damn baby. You could go work for no, I'm good. I talked to this driver at truck stop. He said the worst thing ever did was buy a reefer trailer. He said spent thousands of dollars fixing it, worked for Landstar. Yeah, I wouldn't want a reefer trailer either. Cody says up or down from 1,800 net. If I was only netting $1,800, I'd quit. You got to remember, I don't have a truck payment. Even if I had a truck payment, if I was only netting $1,800, well, that'd be right around there. So yeah, no, it's above that, man. I wouldn't really want to give a net number because everyone's net's going to be different. Like I said, I don't have a truck payment, so my net's different, going to be different than someone with a truck payment. So gross numbers are about the only numbers you should really give. That's all you should really give is your gross numbers. You just need to know. You just need to let the person know. Look, I made this much gross. That's gross. That's not with taxes out. That's not with any of my fuel out or nothing. That's my gross number. Because a lot of guys want to give you, oh, this is my net number, and it's their gross number, or it's their number, but they still haven't taken taxes out. What happened to the grumpy old man? Guess he slept it off. Wait a minute. Trucking retired? What grumpy old man? No, this grumpy old man got air conditioning in here, so he's happy again. I have a little plastic fan back there that is noisy as fuck, and I didn't have to use it last night because my air conditioner works now, so I was able to sleep comfortably without hearing all companies are mostly the same. You're better off just going with freight lanes near your home with the best percentage. Freight lanes near my house suck. Unfortunately, Texas is a crappy freight lane. Now, having said that, let me say this. I don't mean there's no freight going in and out of Texas. There's a shitload of freight going in and out of Texas. But I think that's why it makes the rates down. Spot market rates are down. JB Hunt's rates suck in Texas. Landstar rates weren't horrible, but weren't great. It seems like the upper Midwest seems to be the area for where the rates seem to be better. Cody says 8K gross, why'd be good? Probably would be good. Oh, 8K gross would be awesome. Well, thank you, Trucking Retired. I almost retired this damn truck with no freaking air conditioning. I was going to retire it off a damn cliff. Oh, and the great thing, guys, is the APU was 100% covered. What was wrong with it is there was 2 lines leaking at the compressor. And he showed me them when Prime put it together and they put the rubber hose onto the metal line and crimped it. They crimped them really crooked, so they both were leaking. Also, they left these lines rubbing against the frame, so they were almost rubbed through on the frame, so they replaced those lines completely. And they also, my belt was worn, so they replaced the belt, the water pump belt on the APU. 100% covered. I had a feeling it would be because I know when you're leasing a truck from Prime, your APU's covered for the 3 years. So I told them about that, and they looked it up, and they said, yeah, they bought an extended warranty. It's a full warranty for 3 years. So I'm good till March. Any APU problems, we're good. We're golden. I was going to Freightliner driver. I asked him, I go, well, since you guys have this thing completely torn apart, what would you charge for a PM? They said, normally it's $375. They go, it's about $125 in filters. And they go, since we have it apart, they'll probably give you a little bit of a discount. I was like, now I'll wait. I've still got 1,000 hours to go before I need a PM. So why get one? You know, why? If he was going to tell me we'll do it for the cost of the parts, I would have done it. You know, or if he'd have said $150, I would have done it. But I can get a PM done at TA and our Loves for, depending on where you're at, anywhere from $100 to, you know, $250. So no need to get one done that early. Yep, Trucking Retired, you got that right. And the way my luck is, generally, I don't get anything free. Check it out. I bought this right out of trucking school. It's got the Prime phone number, my Prime.com data card number, and some other number on here on a piece of tape. It was for when I would do comm checks. You needed that information. And I even got 1 and 2, which probably was when you called that number, it was option 1 and then option 2. That's funny. But it's held up this whole time. It needs to be cleaned, it looks like. It's got some dirt on it. It's got a lot of dirt on it from dirty ass hands. But I use that to keep my paperwork attached to. Freight seems to suck everywhere, but it seems like the most part you're happy with your company from previous video. Can't replace that. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with this company to a point. I feel like I have to work a little bit too hard to keep my revenue up. But when you take that $500 a week trailer payment out of it, my revenue isn't nothing spectacular. You know, you can do I'm gonna give some fake numbers here, okay? Just for the point of I don't want to give my numbers. But let's say I'm working really hard to make $4,000 gross. So I only need to make $3,500 gross at another company that's paying for the trailer and, you know, all that. So right off the top, I may be grossing $4,000 here. Ooh, look at me, I'm making more than you over there. But you're saving $500 over there, so am I making more money? Not really. Now who's working harder? I had to work really hard these last couple of weeks. Harder than I feel I should. As a matter of fact, my buddy Jeremy mentioned, you're gonna have a fucking heart attack. You need to slow down, you need to get some sleep, you need to not run like you're doing. I mean, he literally told me that he's worried for me that if I keep up the pace that I'm at, I'm going to have a heart attack or I'm going to get ill. So I feel like I might be working too hard for this money. And will I have to work that hard somewhere else? Now, obviously, I'm going to have to drive the loads, drive the miles. That's not the problem. The problem is the way I sleep. Will I be able to get better sleep somewhere else? Because I can make $500 less. And, you know, the trailer payment cost me $500. That's trailer insurance and cargo insurance. And from what I understand, you don't have any of that at Landstar or JB Hunt. JB Hunt I would really like to go to because you don't have to do the hazmat, but the revenue, man, as of right now, just ain't there. Yeah, will it pick up eventually? I'm sure it will. But the other thing that intrigues me about Landstar, and Tim touched on this, is he said you'll have to deal with brokers. That actually, to me, is a little bit of a plus. And let me explain why. One, I would be dealing with, you know, the direct shippers, as they call them, which is the non-brokered stuff, mostly. But I also have the option of dealing with a broker just in case I need to, which I'm not sure if at Landstar, when you're dealing with a broker, if you can negotiate the rates at Landstar or not. But if you can, that might not be a bad thing when you're in an area where, you know what, the loads just aren't paying very good. Maybe, you know, we can try to hustle bustle and get a few dollars more. Stay away from Amazon. LOL. They're barely getting $1 a mile. Yeah, I heard they were down to about $1.50 a mile. Peyton also says, I agree with whoever said he still seems happy. How was your numbers compared to when you was at Prime? Just some fake numbers. My first year when I left Prime, I didn't make Prime money. I haven't made Prime money since I left Prime. If we did apples to apples, I probably would have been right around the same money as Prime, but with more freedom. But dry van doesn't pay as well. At Prime, I didn't go home near as much. One of my biggest problems when I left Prime and came here is we went home. We would go home every 2 to 3 weeks for 7 to 10 days. So my money wasn't as good as when I was at Prime because of those reasons. Now, if I ran just as hard as when I was at Prime, I probably would have matched the money. But you got to remember, I was a team truck. So a team truck, you can get away with that because your revenue's still up there because you're running a team truck. Could I have done what I did solo? No. I don't think I could have made it solo all that time. If I didn't pay this truck off, I would be so depressed being solo with what the revenue brings in, because I'd be taking that big chunk of money every week and paying the truck payment and not putting anything in my savings account. To where right now I'm putting that chunk of money back into my savings account, so at least I feel like I'm getting paid. I'm seeing numbers go up in my savings account versus, no, I can't save any money because I'm paying this big ass truck payment and I'm only making solo money. You guys want me to show you what this is? You know what? I should do just a video on this and show one week of working. Now this is a little bit better than what I normally would make. I don't know why this week was so good. But I went back and looked at a few weeks before this, and I almost got to this number a couple of times, but not quite. So 1 day a week you work for free? What do you mean you work for free? First and second, what it seems like most part of your what did I say that makes you think I work for free 1 day a week? I mean, work for free. Oh, and this was running on recaps too. I've been running on recaps since I've been for 3 weeks now, because I went home I was going to do a 34 and I couldn't quite squeak a 34 out of it because I had to go make a delivery. So I've been running on recaps for what, 3 weeks now? I'm going home right today to do a 34. I'll be back out on Friday. See the difference with Melissa off the truck? I actually work. Billy don't like it though. Billy, you didn't eat your breakfast, boy. Eat your breakfast, yo. The original Cool Jacob. Unless this is Jacob's Aquarium, I don't remember you. The only Jacob I can think of is Jacob's Aquarium. And I don't think you've ever been on here. Am Sam? What? Am Sam? What's up, Christopher Kurtz is in the house. I would do a video on fake numbers and explain how you make money and how other people can try to make money, David. Where am I? I'm in hell right now, waiting to get unloaded. I'm in Kilgore, Texas. Kilgore, Texas, where they kill you and gorge you at the same time. They kill and gore. Kilgore. I've been here for 2 hours because I got here an hour and a half before my appointment, and then they made my appointment for an hour later. It is what that's trucking, baby. That's trucking. They screw you every which way they can. But yeah, this last week and next week next Monday, my pay period's Monday to Monday. So next Monday I'll start again with keeping track. But I've got it broke down to deadhead miles, loaded miles, your total miles, net, or what it pays me, not the company, what it pays me, and then what it breaks down per mile. I can give you these numbers. My first load paid $3 a mile. My second load was $1.70 a mile. My third load was $1.84 a mile. My fourth load was $1.99 a mile. And my last load was $2.46 a mile. That last load was not a normal load what you would see as far as a load goes. It was a better paying load. They're actually an Amazon load. We're laughing at how Amazon don't pay. But this particular shipper, they ship to Amazon, and they always pay really good. When I say you work for free, I mean because you have to pay for that trailer, so that revenue is going to the trailer, not your pocket. Okay, I see what you're saying. Right. The other thing is you got to worry about trailer repair and maintenance. Now, here's the thing. I have a maintenance fund with this company. I put 10 cents a mile into it. I use that money to go home with to pay my fixed costs, my truck payment, my trailer payment, and all that, which was like $1,900 for the week, because Melissa and I would go home for 7 to 10 days, and I would always deplete that, barely make it, or have to put a few dollars in. Since Melissa got off the truck, and every time I go home, I only go home for a couple of days, so I usually have the money, and if not more, still get a paycheck. So that maintenance fund is actually built up. I think I've almost got $5,000 built up in that maintenance fund. So, that would cover trailer repair if I had some, issues. Freightliner says Landstar does a live load board demonstration every Tuesday and Thursday if they send you the link for it. Yeah, I seen that. I was thinking about doing that. I think I did that a couple years ago when I was thinking of going to Landstar. What is this guy doing? He's driving around in fucking circles. Why is this guy parked right there? He's in the way of everybody. What the hell, dude? Fucking move your truck. There's parking spots right against this fence. There, you got dipshit right there who backed in and parked right there. It's making it impossible to get to the spot where that blue truck is or the one next to it. Even this one, no, that one can get into. But it's like, dude, why the hell are you parking right there? Can't you back in a normal spot? They even tell you to back against the fence. What the fuck is this guy doing? This total truck that's going around in a circle right there, that's got to be a tight circle, just did that, and that's what brought the attention of that guy being parked right there. He just did that loop, and he tried to back in over there, and I guess effed it up somehow, and now he's doing this loop again. No, maybe he's gonna stay there now. What the hell, man? These people are freaking out of their minds. I was actually parked on the other side of that black truck, but I moved over here because knowing when I get a door, I'm going to need to pull out to the right and then back up to the door. And over there, you didn't have enough room to pull out to the right to back up, and then you'd be going the wrong direction and have to make a U-turn down there somewhere. Yeah. There you go. He's just pulling out of there. Where are you going now, Total? You're a total mess. Okay, now you're blindsiding again. You weren't set up for a sight, so I don't understand your issue there, bud. But I don't know, man. Freightliner, have you looked into what Landstar is paying a mile? As far as get real people's words? Because the recruiter tells you the average load at Landstar is 225 a mile or 245 a mile after their percentage. Yeah, my ass. JB Hunt says it's 206 a mile, and you couldn't get $1.50 a mile in real world. It's like, why do you guys gotta inflate these numbers? Why can't you just give real world numbers? And or where are you getting those numbers from? Where are you getting 245 or 225 or whatever you're saying? Where are you getting that number from? Maybe before your cut. Maybe before your cut. But don't tell me that's an average after it. No way. But back to this. I like this company I'm at. I really, really love to be content here, but I'll see. I'm going to give it a little while. I've only been solo since June 17th. But it seems like it's been getting tougher and tougher as far as the way they're running me, harder and harder. Now, the way I'm running might not be hard to some of you guys, but it's hard on me. And I used to run really hard when I was a company driver at Prime when I first started trucking. I used to run so hard that I would get called by dispatch going, "You're not satisfying your CPAP numbers." And they're like, "Why?" And it's like, because I haven't had time to sleep. Between doing PC to this and that and split sleeper and sitting at a shipper and receiver for hours at a time, awake, waiting to get unloaded or loaded, that, I sit at a shipper for 8 hours, awake, getting unloaded or loaded, and then go to the truck stop, sleep for 2 hours, now my 10's up, now I'm driving. Well, I only got 2 hours of my CPAP. Because I wasn't one of these guys who would be able to sleep when you're at a shipper or a receiver, because I was too, am I going to miss something? And in dry van, 9 times out of 10, they're watch the light when you go on green. So it's not like you can go to bed and then get a call. A lot of reefer, you got phone calls. This place, they're actually going to call me to put me in a door. I don't know. It will be tough for me if I end up going to Landstar. It will be tough for me to learn how to dispatch myself 100%. I've never dispatched myself 100%. Right on, Jeremy. Right on. It's funny. I was going to say, what do you mean finally catching alive? Because I have a buddy named Jeremy Brownheim. I was like, what do you mean you're finally catching alive? You come into lives every now and again. What are you talking about? But yeah, right on. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. I'm actually not on a rant or a tear or anything like that. We're just chit-chatting. We're just chit-chatting about Landstar. And, I'm looking into it. I might give them a shot. Might not. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how this next week goes. I mean, if they kill me another week in a row, because now you guys got to understand, I've already talked to them about killing me, and I said something needs to change. Let's try to change it. So they changed it, and it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. It went from sitting around all day, getting a load late in the day, running all night, or running a few hours or whatever, 5, 6, 7, whatever it was, doing an 8-2 or a 2-8, making the delivery, and then being up all day to get it was like I'm not getting any sleep. So I'm like, let's pre-plan me. So they've been pre-planning me, and I'll tell you what, this last week of pre-plans, I think I worked harder than I did with not getting pre-planned. And I had to do more 2-8s, 8-2s, 7-3s, 3-7 splits, sleeping at shipper, sleeping at receiver. I mean, there was a couple of times, hey, can I, you know what, can I just scoot in this hole? I need to finish, I got about 4 hours and my clock's back. Yeah, go ahead, sir. So now 4 hours, what does that mean? That means I've been up all that time. Now I'm going to get 4 hours of sleep and have to drive? That's a bullshit. So you heard around $2.25 to $3 a mile. Now, whoever told you that, did they specify whether that's before or after their cut? Because I'm going to say they're telling you that before their cut. Which, you know, is going to take a big chunk of that. It's going to take a big chunk of that, man. You know, JB Hunt just started doing their load board. They changed it to where what you see is what you get. You no longer have to take off their cut. And that freaked a lot of drivers out because they go, oh my God, the rates went down so bad. And then when they looked at loads they've ran previously, they're like, no, that's the same rate. It just looks bad because I'm used to seeing it with that big percentage on there still. Which I like to see. What I see is what I get. Because why do I have to do the math? Why do I care what it pays before your cut? Okay, that was on the load board, so that's before their cut. So that's before their cut. So you got to take you can't just take 35% off that because you got fuel surcharge and accessorials that they don't get a cut of. So you have to actually just look at what the line haul is and take it off of there and then figure out what your rate per mile is. You know, and then you also, that rate per mile you got to figure is, you got to add deadhead to that. These rate per miles I gave you here, that's with the deadhead. You know, I can tell you, I ran 351 miles deadhead this last week, 2,545 miles loaded, which was total miles 2,896 miles. I almost told you what I averaged per mile, which you would have been able to do the math and see what my total revenue was. I mean, I did. I averaged. I mean, does it really matter? Because you don't really know what that is, do you? Yeah, you did. Yeah. I averaged for the week $2.23 a mile for all loads, deadhead and loaded miles. So that's not bad. In this market, that's not bad. Now, can somebody figure out what the math would be once you take the $500 off? Once you take the $500 off for the trailer rental, what would that bring my cents per mile down to? I mean, I can do the math on that. Let's see. How do I get my calculator on this? Apps. Where's the calculator? Calculator. Calendar calculator. Okay, so if I go like this. Okay, that brings me down to $2.06 a mile average when I take the trailer payment off. Still not bad. So that's what I'm saying. Can I average $2 a mile over there? Well, 206 a mile. I mean, this was an exceptionally good week. So we'll say, you know, can I average $2 a mile? Can I average $1.90 a mile? JFK Jr. to join Trump administration. Isn't JFK Jr. dead? Didn't he die in a plane crash? I mean, is there another JFK Jr.? And should I know that? Am I dumb for not knowing that? I don't follow politics much. I like this new GPS. I bought a new GPS. My old one died. So I ran the warranty. They gave me the money back on it, and I went to buy the same one, but they didn't have it in stock anymore. I don't know if they're out, if they're doing away with it. They had a new one's called the Tab 7, the Rand McNally Tab 7, and it looks just like my old one, except it's got this big rubber housing on it. You know, it's got this big rubber housing on it, which is nice because it sits on my dash nice. The old one used to sit above the dash and then, you know, vibrate as you drive down the road because it would shake. But it actually tells you about red camera lights coming up. It seems to run a little bit smoother. So we'll see. That total driver's still fucking trying to get a spot. He finally went and turned around. Why he keeps turning around and trying to blindside in, then he turns around and tries to sight side in. Maybe I should go out there and help him. He's really struggling. It's a wide open spot, bro. Oh, RFK, okay. Okay, so JFK is the one who died in a plane crash. I'm thinking to myself, God damn, is that something I should know about? Man, I hope they give me a door soon. I want to go home. I have a Garmin GPS too. It's always off. Sits right there. Melissa was so used to having two GPSs at Prime that when we left Prime, she wanted a second GPS, so I got the Garmin, and we would set both GPSs because she liked the 2G. She liked having the two, whatnot. And I quit using it myself, and I think after a while, because I quit using it, she quit using it, so it really hasn't been turned. Every now and again, if I'm having a problem finding it with Rand McNally, I'll try the Garmin and see if it's in there. But I use the Rand McNally, and I always put it on my phone too, as a backup. You know, and of course I look at my phone and make sure it's going to be a good route, which you always can't tell. And well, like the way my phone wanted to bring me in, I was going to follow it. I was going to follow it today because it was just such a better route than my Rand McNally. And as soon as I went to make a left turn into the industrial area, no trucks. I was like, ah, shit. And so I started following the Rand McNally. But then when the GPS rerouted, I was like, yeah, let me follow that again. And when it rerouted, there was a sign there saying, truck entrance to industrial center, follow this route. And I went that way. But it made no sense. The way Rand McNally wanted me to go way up the road, turn around and come back. And it's like, no, I can get off right here, yada, 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 and be good. I don't like the Garmin routing versus the Rand McNally. When I used to run them both together, I always liked the Rand McNally better. The Garmin likes to follow more of a Google Map route, which could be good sometimes. But I've always been used to the Rand McNally, more of a truck route. But if it's a lot farther than Google Maps, I'll look to see why and figure it out. As a matter of fact, coming here, Google Maps was longer, more miles than, it was 23 miles more than Rand McNally. Yeah, I don't know what the F. Yep. Oh, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'm going to go ahead and get my hazmat anyways, regardless of what I decide, just in case things change. Might as well start that process. And I think I'll start that process next week when I go home, because I got to drive out to Jasper and do the fingerprinting. No kidding, Joe. Driver, cut it to the left. He's still freaking trying to back it in there. To the left. No, your other left. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. He didn't hit nothing. You know, he's probably a new driver. I just didn't know Total hired new drivers. Yeah, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with taking a while to get into a spot. You know, we may bitch and complain, but I always said, if you don't hit nothing, you did a great job. Now, if you're in my way, you ain't doing a great job. Get the F out of my way. But if you ain't in my way, you're doing a great job, sir. You didn't hit nothing. This air is so cold, man. I love it. It's so cold. Billy, that air is so cold, ain't it, buddy? AN says, how you doing, AN? Lease on to Harper's, Purple Priority. It's a power-only company that pulls Prime Freight. That pulls Prime Inc. Freight or Amazon Prime Freight? Because if I'm going to pull Prime Freight, why wouldn't I just pull Prime Freight under Prime's name? And I really don't want to do reefer. I really don't want to do reefer. You guys don't know, their trucks are governed at 7 miles per hour, and they 70, and they get 85% plus fuel surcharge. Yeah, I ain't pulling no Prime Freight. I'll work at Prime. What you don't understand, they get 85% of 90%. Which cuts you down. Oh, hold on, guys. Man, they gave me door 100. Luckily, one truck is gone because he would have been in the way for that. Okay, let's do it, guys. Let's do it to it. Yeah, I ain't pulling no Prime Freight. Give me a minute to get situated here, boys and girls. Ooh. I need to that air leak, man. I've lost a lot of air just sitting here. I've only been sitting here for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Wow. I wonder if one of my... No, I changed the glad hand seals because one of them was leaking real bad. Oh, good. That other truck left, too. That other truck left, too. So we'll turn this into a straight line back. Let's open up the doors, boys and girls. You guys want to come for a journey of door opening? I'll have to do it with my no gloves on because I can't hold the phone with gloves. Almost made it a straight line back, not quite. This tire is wearing weird. Come on, look at this. I'm like a TikToker. Seals on the trailer. Please don't be nothing falling over back here. Ah, thank goodness. One of the few times I didn't strap the load because it was so heavy. It's like they ain't going nowhere. I usually put a strap on it anyways, but I was hot, sweaty, irritated. And I was blocking another truck that wanted to get in. Good job, Billy boy. Good job, Billy boy. Good job, Billy boy. Get off the door, buddy. You're gonna fall out of the truck. Watch out, buddy. I'm gonna chalk that tire real quick. Make sure we're in the door good. I might be too far over, actually. Nah, I'm good. The yellow line's right there. I was gonna say, I thought the yellow line was right there. Yeah, you guys see how these tires, the tires wearing, this tread's wearing and that tread's wearing differently than the other ones? All the Goodyears are wearing. I think I got a problem on the other side here. See if you can see that. This one's, oh yeah, this sucker's cupping really bad. This is nice and smooth. This is bump, 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 bump. This one's doing the same thing. Yeah. So I'm starting to get a little abnormal wear on the Goodyears, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna go to a company that you're not responsible for the trailer, is what you're gonna do. Those tires, just so you know, those tires are $600-700 a piece at a TA or whatever. You can probably find them on sale for. You can probably find them on sale for maybe $500-600, maybe. You know, you get a name brand tire, a Goodwrench or Bridgestone or Michelin. I'm not putting Chinese tires on anymore. That Chinese tire back there goes to show you, it's only been on this truck for what, a month? And it's already abnormally wearing bizarre, and It was like 12 30 seconds depth compared to 15 30 seconds on my old Goodyears. It had less tread on it brand new than my 8-month-old Goodyears. Freightliner driver says, I think when I'm done mine, you have to do the online test first before you do the fingerprint. And that was for state of Texas for the hazmat. Okay, I thought you could do the fingerprint first. I thought I read you do the fingerprint and then do the online test. You got to pay to do a test online program and then go in and do it. How many miles on my truck? I got 432,000. This message held for review. What are you hauling? A trailer full of dildos? You know, it's funny. Let's show that. It's funny because that's the first thing that would come to your mind, huh? Does that mean you secretly want a trailer full of dildos? Are you looking for a dildo? I can sell you a dildo if you want one. Wait a minute. That makes it sound like I have dildos. I ain't got no dildos, brother. No, it's caulking. You know those tubes you put in a caulking gun? It's a trailer full of caulking. Cock dildos. I guess. In Missouri, I did my fingerprint first and then the test. Yeah, I think you could do either or. I don't think it matters which one you do. What the fuck is this guy doing? This motherfucker. Oh, he just looked at me. This motherfucker's brushing his teeth and his hair with a toothbrush. He's fucking, what the fuck? Let me see if I can catch him. He's got a toothbrush he's brushing his hair with. Now he's just mixing up shit in a cup with it. What the fuck? Truck drivers are weird, man. He's brushing his hair with a toothbrush. He looked at me again. He sees me watching him. Now he won't. Now he put it down. In Ohio, they have you do the fingerprint and background before the test, okay? I was looking into Mercer, but you have a trailer rental fee, and I don't want that. Yeah, I looked into Mercer, too, and saying, yeah, you're right. He closed his fucking curtain. You seen me watching him brush his teeth and his hair at the same time with the same tool. He's like, oh, shit, I probably shouldn't be doing this in front of anybody. Oh, man. Come on, guys, unload me. You put me in the door. Let's get this shit off my back. I want to go home. Yeah, I really don't want a trailer responsibility. I just don't. It's too much responsibility. It's too risky. I shouldn't even say it's too much responsibility. Yeah, I mean, in a sense it is. But, I mean, Jesus, a blowout can cost you thousands of dollars. And that's the thing. Oh, but David, you got $5,000 saved up for maintenance on the trailer. Yeah, you're right. But what if I have a blowout and it costs me $1,500, $2,000, and then, God forbid, I have another one within a couple of months. And then I need to put brakes on the trailer. And then I need to, a wheel seal. Inner wheel seal is like $1,000 to get, $850 to get replaced. I don't know how much an outer one is. It shouldn't be as much, but I bet it's $400 or $500. And on my last trailer, I had 2 wheel seals go out and an airbag. Thank God I bitched because I only had the trailer for a couple months. And, I bitched about it, even though they say, well, once you sign for this trailer, it's yours. It's, but they were nice enough to pay for it. I think they could tell I was gonna leave if they didn't. I don't know, man. I don't know. that cup of coffee is done. JB Hunt is good, a lot of dropping hooks, but you have to run hard to make good revenue. Exactly. I kept pausing the videos and looking at their load board prices, and I came to a determination to make $5,000, $5,500 gross, you'd have to run 3,500 miles. That's, because their rate per mile is so low. I don't want to run 3,500 miles to make $5,000, $5,500. I am thinking of Landstar. I'm doing my due diligence, and anytime I can see somebody put up anything on the load board up on YouTube, I pause and I look. I don't just look at what they're showing. I look at everything in the area that they're showing and keeping track of the area. And so far, I'm liking what I've seen out of Texas. It wasn't bad. No, Texas don't pay that good. So if Texas is paying that, then everywhere, the other places must be that pay good, better, should be better than, that. So we'll see, man. Come on, unload me, damn it. They say they'll bring the paperwork out when I'm unloaded. I'm gonna go ahead and get my hazmat regardless. I may even apply for a TWIC because I could use the TWIC over here. Yeah. Oh, I need to figure out why I lost all that air too. That was weird. I only sat for 2 hours and I was down at about 50 psi. That could be a trailer issue. I've already had an issue with this trailer. I had to fix an air leak on it. Luckily, it was only $100. Who pays for trailer maintenance? Mercer? Because if you're talking about Landstar, Landstar pays for all trailer maintenance. JB Hunt pays for trailer maintenance. Mercer, okay, so Mercer pays for trailer maintenance. So it's not bad then. I mean, depending on what kind of revenue you can make over there. Come on, guys, unload me. Let's go. Let's go. I want to go home. Billy wants to go home, too. He heard his name and home. We're going home after this, buddy. Yes, we are. Yes, we are, you scroungy little rat. Yes, we are. We're going, oh, you're so cold. He's so cold, he's laying back there by the air conditioner duct. Man, bro, why are you laying by the air conditioning? You're freezing. Yes. Yes, no wonder why you're snuggling against me. You're like, heat me up, Daddy, heat me up. You'd go to one of them instead of Prime? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that Prime is not even in the realm of even thinking about going there. Prime is under new management, let's call it. I mean, they are. It's not, they are. And they're making so many changes over there, although they were going to get rid of company drivers or make you run team only as a company driver. From what I understand, they're no longer doing that. You can be a company driver and a solo. But yeah, I would definitely go to JB Hunt or Landstar before I went to Prime. That's for sure. I'm waiting for the recruiter for JB Hunt to call me back because I'm going to call her out on. I thought you said the average was 206 a mile, because it's $1.50 a mile, man. $1.75 a mile is all I'm seeing. How can the spot market be better than JB Hunt contract? You would think contract freight would be better than the spot market in this market. This market is just so bad. You know? This market is horrible. Come on, man. Unload me. Let's go. Are they unloading this guy? Let me see if his truck shakes. Yep, they're unloading him. His truck's shaking. So I bet you once they unload him, they'll unload me. Because he got here before me. Oh. Is that you, Billy, shaking the truck? Or is that them putting the dock plate down? Oh, they're walking back there. Ooh, they're checking the freight, I bet. Yeah, someone's walking in the trailer. Yep, there's the dock plate. So they walked back there first for whatever reason, probably to see if that's the actual their product they want. Now the dock plate went down. Oh, there we go. We're shaking, baby. Oh, shake and bake. Oh, yeah. That's a truck driver's wet dream, is when the truck starts shaking and they're unloading you or loading you. I've been sitting here for 2 hours and 42 minutes, so it's like, come on, let's go. Trucker's wet dream is getting loaded or unloaded. Oh, yeah. I wish Everett Express would lease. I wish you could lease onto them. They got their trailers everywhere. I see their trailers everywhere. And they pay their company drivers pretty good, so you'd think they'd pay their lease guys pretty good. The other thing you got to remember is I'm still looking for freedom too. Prime, you don't have the freedom you have at JB Hunt or Landstar, because I've already talked to them about home time. If I want to go home for a month or two, all they said is drop the trailer somewhere. That's it. You know, you ain't taking the trailer with you for a month or two. Prime, you can't go home for more than 30 days at a time. You have to rehire on. You know, it's like, and not only that, but you're still going to get, well, what do you mean you want to go home for 2 weeks? You ain't going to make no money. You know, because I'm planning on taking some time off in the winter time, staying out of the bullshit. I was actually thinking about, if I'm going to go to Landstar, maybe waiting till winter to go. That way, if it takes a month to get hired onto, there you go. You know, you're home anyways. Come to Rosedale Transport. I've never heard of them. Never heard of them, Big T. That is what I'm looking for, is freedom, yeah. They have a great place to work. Are they company or drivers, or they got owner operators? What is this place? Never heard of them. They're out of Dalton, Georgia. Company. Okay, yeah. See, I'm not looking for a company position. What's 120 days, Joe? That, I don't like that sitting duck policy, man. I do not like that sitting duck policy. Oh, wait. Joe says, just be aware that Landstar has a 120-day deal. Yeah, I have the same thing here. I get my every 3 months. 3, 6, 9 times 2. Yeah, every 3 months I get a DOT on the truck and trailer. I pay for one, they pay for two. I pay for one, they pay for two. What I understand with Landstar, they pay for them all. I mean, not that it's a big deal, it's $100, but yeah. Oh, a lot of carpet, huh? Yeah, that sounds like a good gig if you want to run company, but I'm not looking for no company position, that's for sure. If anyone else is interested in company, check them out. But the sitting duck policy has got me all fucked up. That's the number one reason why I started looking away from Landstar a year ago when I was looking at them. Is that sitting duck policy? Because there's times where I've had to park on a shoulder. There's times where I've had to park, in precarious places. And that no sitting duck policy, that tells you you're not going to be parking at shipper and receivers, on the street. So that is a big problem. That is a big problem. That's one of the things I'd have to really think long and hard about. David, I talked to you about their sitting duck policy and told you I don't like it either. Yeah. Yeah, that's something, man. That's something that's something to really, really consider. How strict are they going to be on that sitting duck policy? Can I make a spot at the truck stop, or is that going to be sitting duck? I don't like, and I don't know if this was just a recruiter I was talking to a year or two ago, whenever it was, but I told him, I said, what if you're at a shipper or receiver waiting in line and that line goes out onto the street? Oh, no, you need to go up to the guard shack, give them your phone number and tell them to call you when they're ready for you, and you need to go to a truck stop. Really? Is that for real, or are you making that shit up? Because that's kind of screwy. If I'm in line to get to a shipper receiver, what do you mean I got to give them my phone number and tell them to call me? What, when all the trucks are done and then I'm late for the appointment? Something tells me that was that recruiter misspeaking. Because I can't see how you couldn't wait in line to get into a shipper or receiver. Oh, I'm down to 18,000 pounds on them drives. Come on, boys, keep going. You guys stopped. Damn, I'm hiding that, Vic. Oh, man. What does the sitting duck policy or the dildos in the trailer? Oh, shit. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to let you guys go. I actually been on here longer than I was expecting. Like, comment, subscribe. Just subscribe to the channel. Don't be a bitch.